Hey guys, this is Rosa Kelly. Welcome back to my channel and to a new video. So I wanted to start by saying thank you for all your kind words of support and encouragement during these very difficult times for me and my family as we are going through terrible loss. My mom sadly passed just a month ago. And it has been really difficult to get back up and, continue with life. I think it's absolutely unfair how time keeps going and we're just not ready to process what happened. Not ready to get back to the routine. And this is the time in my life where I can honestly say that without crafting, I will be probably a lot worse. And crafting really is a good therapy for anything that you're going through in life. I want to say I had no passion or desire to do anything, and slowly crafting has been building me back up. So for that and for all your comments, I thank you so much. So I wanted to start this video because I wanted to share a new mini album tutorial with you that I think that you guys are going to love. And I also wanted to share a little bit about the sponsor for today's video, who is Teddy Blake. Teddy Blake approached me with an amazing opportunity to test one of these luxury purses, and I'm a purse lover. So I couldn't resist and I definitely wanted to give it a go. And so I'm gonna do a little unboxing with you before we get into our tutorial. And I'm excited to open this up. As you guys probably know, if you know me a little bit, I am a pink lover, and especially when it comes to purses, I have noticed myself to be a little short on black purses to mainly take for work and things like that, and so I decided to go with a black purse. But I have to be honest with you, I already look at this and I love this purse so much. I think I'm also going to get it on pink as well to add to my pink handbag collection. But let's go ahead and take a look. So first, it came in this beautiful box that you can also use for storage your purse or your crafty items as well. And so it comes in this beautiful dust bag. What I love about Teddy Blake is, even though they're luxury brands, they're really affordable. And they're taking out that high designer bag price tag. The quality of the leather is beautiful. So I hope the camera does justice, but look at how beautiful and this bag is. I'm gonna have all the info link below, like the name and the size. So I first wanted the 14-inch size on this bag because I kind of wanted something big to take to work, but then I realized I want something more that I could just take with me everywhere, even after work. This is the perfect size to fit your book as well. I'm a big reader and book lover, so I'm always looking on a handbag. I want to make sure that it fits at least one of my books that I take everywhere. But enough of that. Look at the beautiful detail on the back, the leather quality. I'm always in love with the smell of a new purse, and I just love how elegant this is. So on the back, it has a little zipper where you can just kind of put your phone or your wallet, so it's like really easy access. And then over here, I love these handles, so let me put that on the back, and this actually opens up like that, and then these just opens, and look how elegant and beautiful. Again, fits a book perfectly here. So I haven't taken out like the handle. You can also wear these as like little crossbody. Let's take a look on the inside here. I love the size, so pretty. It has this little pocket here and then another zipper on the inside. And again, I just love the quality. The inside is this really beautiful velvety. Look how pretty and soft this is, and I just love it. So as I am returning to work, I am just excited to have a new beautiful handbag. So I hope that you guys enjoy the review, and I'm going to link below all the info for Teddy Blake. And now let's get right into making our book. Okay, so now let's take a look at what we're going to be making together. So I went ahead and created a blank book narrow style mini album. This book measures 8¼ by 5½ and is super easy to make. You should be able to make this book in maybe 30 minutes or less. I did create a different type of hinge. So again, if you are always kind of intimidated by the hinge system, this one, there's no hinge, so super easy to make, and I just love how quick it was, and I'm excited to decorate it. But first I'm gonna give you guys a walkthrough of the blank book. And so when we open this book has 4 signature pages, and again, super easy to make. I also have a PDF cutting guide available, which I'm gonna link below for those of you who kind of like to do your cutting ahead. And so on the first page here, we just have a foldable page, and because the book is so narrow, I knew I wanted to kind of expand and have one super large layout like this. Of course, it's double-sided. Here on the back, it's probably a little bit hard to see, but we have a double pocket. So we have a double pocket right there. Then we have an opening side here, and I have created the layouts because I already know what collection I'm gonna use. So this will fit 4x3 cards. If you have a paper collection that has 4x3 images, this will be perfect for that. On the next page here, we just have an opening and closing section that would also double as kind of like a belly band to add even more photo mats. Here we have a pocket and just some photo mats there, and then this expands like that. So I love that even though the book is narrow, you still have a lot of room for pictures. Here on the back, this just simply opens up like that. Then over here, this opens up, and then these two open here again. And then for the last page, just another one of those very simple, very easy layouts. So if you're a beginner maker album, this will be a great option to start with. And so now let's go ahead and make it together. Okay, so to make this book, I went ahead and cut 2 pieces of chipboard at 5½ by 8¼ and 1 piece at 3 by 8¼ and we are going to go ahead and wrap this together using the lightweight cardstock. So I'm using black, as you can see, and I'm just gonna go ahead and join these 2 pieces together, and then I'm going to go ahead and add my spine, and I'm just gonna put this right at the center, and then we're going to add these 2 other pieces, and you wanna have a little bit of space in between these 2, and I'm just going to add my glue. Okay, and we're gonna put one here, bring this down a little bit, and then we're gonna add this one, and place this on this other side. Then I always like to kind of trim around the sides here, all the extra. Okay, and then you are going to just cut the corners, and you want to leave a space in between the cut and where your chipboard ends. Going to add double-sided tape to the sides. Okay, so we're gonna add tape. And then you're going to start folding your cardstock and just slowly push this down, and then finally you're gonna give it a good fold, and then we are going to remove the tape and just fold down. Okay, and we're just going to repeat the same for all the sides. Now I'm going to cut a piece of lightweight cardstock, and this is going to be 6 by 8, and we are just going to go ahead and glue these on the spine. We're going to protect the inside of the spine here. So I'm just going to grab my glue. Okay. And then you also want to add some glue on the side of the gap lines here. You could also add some tape. Okay, and this is to avoid any bubble up, any air getting in there. So we're just gonna go ahead and put this right at the center, and then I'm just gonna press down. Okay, so press down. You're gonna let that dry for a minute, and you are gonna use a ruler and just simply score on the bending line. So you're gonna fill the gap on the top and bottom, and then just kind of match the two lines, and then do the same for the other side here. Okay, so we're gonna score. There we go. And then we're just gonna go ahead and fold this side up, and then fold this side up here. Okay, and there we go. Next we're going to use heavyweight cardstock, and I am going to cut 2 pieces, and these are going to be 5 1/4 by 8 1/4. So 5 1/4 by 8 1/4, and same here, 5 1/4 by 8 1/4. And we are just going to glue these 2 pieces on the inside of the book. For the pages, we're going to use heavyweight cardstock, and I'm going to cut 4 pieces. These are going to be 5 3/4 by 8 1/4, and same thing here. We are going to do 2 more pieces, and 5 3/4 by 8 1/4. Then we're going to score along the 5 3/4 at 1/2 inch and at 1, and we're gonna do the same. Here we have our 4 base pages, and before we add them to the book, we're gonna go ahead and work on each one of these a little bit more. So I am going to use 2 of my leftover pieces here, and I'm going to cut these 2 pieces at 8 1/4 And you want to make sure that this is 5, so 8 1/4 by 5 here. And we're going to score these 2 pieces along the 5-inch side. We're gonna score at half and at half here for this other one, okay? And then we're going to go ahead and fold along the score lines. And I'm going to add the first piece here on the right side of the page. Okay, so we're just gonna add some glue. And I'm going to go ahead and just line this up with the edge. Just like that. Okay, so press down. And then I'm going to add the second piece on top of the one that we just added. So that way we're gonna create an accordion fold section. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and glue this one on top of this flap. And that is going to go right here. Okay, and then press down. Okay, so now we have an extendable section, especially because this is a narrow album. I just want to maximize the layout so you can collage a lot of pictures in there. Now we're gonna turn this to the back, and for the back I'm going to create a pocket. So I'm going to use another one of my scrap pieces, and we're gonna cut this at 5 1/2 by 3 1/2. Okay, and then I'm going to do another piece at 5 1/2 by 4 1/2. Okay, and we are going to score the piece that measures 4 1/2 by 5 1/2. We're going to score at 1/2 inch and at 5 along the 5 1/2, and along the 4 1/2 we are going to score at 1/2 inch. And then for the second piece we are just going to score along the 5 1/2 at half and at 5. And then we are going to cut the corners on this first piece, and then we're just going to fold along the score lines. Okay, and then same here, fold and fold. And what I want to do is create a double pocket. So we are going to start with the first piece, and I'm just going to put this one at the center of the page here. So I'm going to add my glue just like that, and we're going to put this one here. Press down. Okay, and then we're going to put the one with the 3 score lines. This is going to go right on top. Okay, so let's add the glue, and we're going to put this down here. Okay, so on top of the first one, but you're gonna put it all the way down. Okay, and then we're just gonna hold this and wait for this to dry. Press down and press down. And then that way here we're gonna have a double pocket. On the next page I'm going to cut a piece at 4 3/4 by 8 1/4, and we are just simply going to score this piece along the 4 3/4 at 1/2 inch, and we're just gonna fold along the score line. And then I'm going to cut a piece that is going to be 3 3/4 by 4 1/4, and I'm going to score along the 3 3/4 at 1/2 inch. And this is going to be perfect for those 4x3 cards that those some paper collections have. So I'm going to grab my next page here, And I'm going to glue the larger piece on the right side of the page. So let's add the glue, and I'm just going to place this one right here. Okay, just line this up, and then I'm going to use or glue this other one on the other side. Okay, so make sure that you are not gluing on your bending lines, so you want to stay away from that. Okay, so I'm just gonna glue this here, open that up and press down. So now we're gonna close and close. For the back, I'm going to cut two pieces at 6 3/4 by 4 1/4. Okay, so 4 1/4, 4 1/4, and I'm going to score along the 6 3/4 at 1/2 inch. Okay, and same here for this one, and then we're just going to fold along the score lines, and we are going to add these two pieces. So I am now on the back of that, so we're gonna put one along the top and one along the bottom, and you want to just make sure to center this here. Next page, I am going to use my scrap pieces, and I'm going to cut one piece here at 3 by 5 1/2, and I'm going to make this into a pocket. So we're going to score this along the 3 inches at 1/2 inch, and along the 5 1/2 we're going to score at 1/2 and at 5. And then we're also going to cut the corners here, and we're just gonna fold. Okay, and fold here. So here's a little pocket. Then I'm going to cut two pieces, and these are going to be 5 by 8 1/2. And we are going to score these two pieces along the 8 1/2 at 4 and at 8. Okay, so here as well, 4 and 8. And then we're going to fold these along the score lines. And then we are going to bring our next page, and we are going to glue these fold outs along the top. So we're gonna put one on each side. So let me add my glue. And then we're going to glue the little pockets on the bottom of the page. So I'm going to add my glue, and we're gonna put this one right at the bottom. Okay, and then press down and press down. And so these two are gonna close like that, and then you're gonna just use a card or little photo mat to kind of keep this whole thing closed. And then for the back, I'm just going to go ahead and cut another piece, and this is going to be 8 1/4 by 5, and we're going to score along the 5 inches at 1/2 inch. Okay, and then we're gonna fold along the score lines. And we're just simply going to glue this piece on the left side of the page. Then for this last page, I am going to cut 2 pieces, and these are going to be 5 by 8. Okay, so 5 here by 8, and we are going to score these 2 along the 5 inches at half an inch. Okay, so half and half, and then I'm going to cut one more piece, and this is going to be, I'm just going to use some scraps. This is going to be 4 1/4 by 8 3/4, and we are going to score at half an inch along the 8 3/4. Okay, and then we're just going to fold, and we're gonna bring our last page, and I'm going to start by adding the 4 1/4 piece right at the center here. So we're gonna add the glue and just place this along the top, and then we're going to open this up and add these 2 pieces. Okay, and these are going to go one on each side, and I'm just gonna put one right here. For the back, I'm just going to use my scraps, and I'm going to cut one piece at let's do 5 also by 8 1/4, and then I'm going to do another piece at 4 1/4 by 3 3/4, and I'm just going to score these 2 pieces. So the one that measures 3 3/4, we're gonna score at half along the 3 3/4, and the other one we're gonna score at a half an inch along the 5 inches, and we are just going to fold and fold, and we're just going to go ahead and add this here. So I'm going to add this at the center. It's gonna go right there, and then we're going to put this one here on the other side. Now that we have all of our pages ready, we can go ahead and add these to our book. So I'm going to go ahead and just glue this half an inch section, the first half an inch section, directly onto my spine. So that is gonna go right there like that. So I'm going to be only using glue for this, but you can also use double-sided tape. So I'm going to start half an inch away from the score line here, from the bending line, and so I'm just gonna eyeball right there, half an inch. You can of course measure that if you like. And for this book, the pages are the same size as the cover, so you won't have that little distance that we always leave, just because I want the pages sitting basically on the table when you are putting your book on your bookcase. Okay, and we're gonna fold these and press down. Now where this line ends, where we glue this piece, is where we're gonna be gluing the next half an inch here. So that is gonna go right next to it. So I'm just going to go ahead and fold these, and I'm going to add my glue and then we're gonna put it right next to it. Okay, there we go. And then we're just gonna press down. And I'm going to open this up and press down. And then we're going to do the same with the next one. There you go. That is going to be our little narrow blank book mini album. I love how this turned out. This just feels so good in your hands. All you have to do is add your magnets and of course your paper collection. So I am going to be using the Little Women collection by Graphic 45. I had this in my stash forever and I've been waiting to use it, and I think it's a beautiful spring collection even though it has a lot of black tones. That's why I'm making my book on black. You can of course make the book on more of a white and use more of a spring paper collection if you like, but let me know if you would like to see a video of me how to kind of quickly decorate this book. And I want to thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you again to Teddy Blake for my beautiful purse, and don't forget to check the link down below. Also, I do have a discount code for you guys as well, so everything will be below. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye bye.